Why, hello everyone. This is old GleeCon, and I'm here again with another episode of the show, Lore of Warcraft. On this show, we try and do every single thing that we can in the game. Every quest, not just try, we freaking do. So what we have going on right now is that Scarlet Monastery full clear run that we've been waiting on. It's been almost a week now in the waiting because, well, things were a little bit real life is what did it what did us in. Work schedule was quite rough, and maybe I'll talk about that on another episode, but right now it's always a little hectic when the party's first kicking off. So well, first of all, let's point out a couple things. We have a raid going on right now. The reason why we've converted this is to a raid is so that we can get a 6-peat person who's an alt of one of our characters to come in here and summon, so that's convenient, which is because getting here to Scarlet Monastery is always a pain in the butt. The second thing is my durability, as you can see, before we've even started the dungeon, I'm at 65%. That's because I got whacked by some bombs on the way in. And I guess because of the Halloween event. Alright, so I don't think we need to worry about converting to a raid or not. Alright, so I'm going to wait till we get into the dungeon. So here we go. We're going to do a full clear, all 4 wings. We have a party. We're all fine level to handle all of it. We have the druid that's going to tank. We have a warlock, so that's good. That gives us some internal and external summons. We have a priest for our heals. We have a hunter on DPS, and then we have myself ready to rock and roll. Now there's very, very few. This is an annoying dungeon to get to as Alliance, so no real worrying about that. We just run our behinds in there and go hop into the graveyard over here. So the graveyard, and if you don't like the way that I comment on this one, or want a more in-depth Horde version, we have done a pretty good full Horde clear episode. Check it out. It's probably at this point somewhere in the ballpark of 10 to 20 episodes ago. But it is... oops. I need LOS on some of these guys. Okay. And myself. Alright, so here we go. The first wing is the graveyard. Very, very easy. This is probably, if you want to consider the graveyard its own instance, it's got to be the easiest dungeon in the game. It's very easy to pull the entire group. If you want to do it that way, it's just pretty straightforward. Oh, let's see. What should I do? Do I want holy damage? No, I guess I'm going to put red on for everybody, just to increase our damage that way. Because otherwise, if I do holy, then we're... that guy. Alright, so we're fighting... This was a Scarlet Scryer. This is... You're going to fight pretty much exclusively Scarlet people in this dungeon. Here are a couple Scarlet Torturers. They're more tied into the Horde. There's a Horde quest. We have 4... we have 4 archers here running out. But yeah, there's a guy who is being tortured by them. And if you are Horde, that guy, you can actually free him and get that quest. And we did that on the previous episode. He wants a ring, and that ring is found on the shores of Lake Blobbity Blue. I don't care if we do a full clear or not of this in terms of... I'm not fully interested in that. A lot of people do really, really love to do the full clears. So this is an interrogator. He's kind of like a mini-boss. It was interrogator... oh, that was a... thought it was a death, but they got me. It was the feigned death of the hunter. Interrogator Vicious. I'll rip the secrets from your flesh. I'm not creepy. I'm cool. Alright, so he decided to rip them from my flesh with fire. An emblazoned belt. I'm good on that. There is the guy that you can get. Speaking in Forsaken Tongue, whatever that's called, Undercommon, or I don't know. Alright, so... oh, there's a roll for a chest right here. I have not been getting good luck on the rolls for the chest on this show. Oops, 79 won it at the end. The healer got it. Alright, so... that interrogation chamber is the first half of this dungeon. We're already... well, or I guess you could say third of it. We're basically a third of the way through. I guess I could keep... I'm not sure if I want... I guess I'm going to keep Brett on. I don't know, I'm on the fence between that and Sanctity. Our priest... but we don't have anybody else that's really going to benefit from Sanctity. So it's not like this is a raid or anything. There you go. He's pulling some of these ghosts over. Now that we're fighting undead, though, I can bust them with the exorcism. Now, this graveyard is the only place that I can bust. That we are going to be able to use this. There's not a lot of undead in this, so don't get... if you're just starting this out and you're like, oh, just like when we did Razorfen Downs, like, ooh, life is good for us. This is a really good time. We should be able to hit all of our holy magic, and I should be on Sanctity or, no. That is not the case, my friends. This is the only dungeon that is undead themed of the four. There's no real themes. The theme is Scarlet... I lost a guy back here. The theme is Scarlet Monastery. I mean, Scarlet, yeah, that's it. Just fighting the Scarlet Crusade. You're fighting holy or whatever. They actually have quite the little assortment of people. And you're fighting them. They have warriors, they have paladins, they have mages, priests, monks, which is actually kind of cool. I don't see... that's a hulking phantasm. Sometimes there's elites. An anguished dead. I don't see any elites. Anguished dead. So, I was looking to see if there were any rares. There's almost always a single rare waiting for us here. But not this time. So, or not that I saw. I might have missed it because it was kind of rushed. There is like macros or mods that you can have on that will make some of that stand out. But okay, my mana's getting a little low, so now I need to enter conservative mode, which is okay. Also, I need to re-up the mana of everybody. So before I go conserving my mana, let's go ahead and reapply buffs. Okay. I want us to get a better weapon. we will get one from a quest. So after this dungeon, if we can complete all 4 wings, the tank has already kind of said, I don't know if I want to tank the cathedral, but they look like they're good at their job, and 39 is definitely a high enough level to tank cathedral. The final boss of cathedral is 42, and they might even level up by the time we get there. Just kind of waiting for my mana to replenish while we wait. But yeah, so we're fighting these Anguished Dead, which are zombies, the Hulking Phantasms, which are ghosts. They're actually the same model used in Warcraft 3 for those little scouts. It's kind of funny that they can fight so hard. And then, oops, let's pull that guy. I don't really know that there's much else of types. This guy right here is the boss, Blood Mage Thalnos. These buffs are still good right now. Okay. He is probably immune to a stun. Go ahead. Yeah, he was immune. I'm gonna go all out on the mana here. Just try to get a hit with the Flame Strike. There you go, we got him. So, a cloth shoulder, nah, not gonna be my style. And that's it. He says, we hunger for vengeance, and then no rest for the angry dead. Which is the dead version, and that's it. This dungeon is completed, the first of 4 wings, the graveyard. Yeah, like I said, I don't see any elites. The last time we at least got one in the graveyard proper, but I don't see any. So this is a bad luck for that. I've typically found rare elites in almost every single time I've ever run this dungeon. So to get none that time, last time we thought we had none, but to get none for real this time, that's maybe a first for me. Maybe not, but maybe I just had good RNG before this. I would say at best we're talking like a quarter of the time. So we dropped 2%. It's just going to get much more dense as we fight the rest of these mobs. It's not a good dungeon to be a paladin in. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is go across the way to the library. Another commonly run dungeon. This is one of the 2 quests needed. Happens here. It is called Mythology of the Titans. I did a whole episode where we read that book, but I will read it again for you when this dungeon is over. When we go to turn it in, we will read that book, Mythology of the Titans. In case you missed the mini short episode, it'll give us something to... Are they fighting out there? Guess so. My bad. My bad, guys. I thought you were going to just run. I didn't realize we were going to stand and fight. Alright, so this one is library themed. It's fairly even. It's fairly easy, even as dungeons go. Not sure. I don't really think there's anything other than that I could do but like maybe the dwarf would be helped out a little bit, and I would essentially do 10% more damage. Not even, because not all of my damage comes from holy, just the vast majority of it does. So let's say it would make me do 6% more damage. Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry. These are okay. So these guys are called gallants. They have this one-handed mace and a shield. So, judging from their magic use, or lack of it, they're probably warriors tank style, but like the lowest of the totem pole. Those adepts are obviously priests. They were casting Holy Smite. Okay, I'm gonna go after the priest and pull him. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull him in. I was trying to pull him back, but then he started casting. Good, they got him just in time. Okay, so again, same pack, two identical packs of double gallants and an adept. So 2 mini tanks backed by a healer. Now we just have a gallant that's able to be solo pulled. So entry hallway, one-handed axe. We don't need that. Okay, and then this guy. Now this is just triple gallants. So I'll go after the second one. Okay, so a Beastmaster just came in. So this is actually a hunter, and they have a pet. Something. I got stunned. So somebody hit me with it. So someone's a paladin. So maybe those gallants are actually like paladins. See there, she switched over to a hunting style. So I was wrong about, they were like basically protection paladins, these gallants. Which is cool. Because there are plenty of warriors also that they do. And I got red wolf meat. Probably that's gonna sit in my bag smelling great for a while. Alright, so after you make it through the hall, you get through into a courtyard. The armory, I believe, has some situations like this too. I really wish that I had I really wish I had the ability to do AoE, but I will not have Consecrate for a few more levels. Not until we're at level 53, so for like, actually like 11 more levels. Go ahead and start using some of my stuns to help out. Alright, so, yeah, this courtyard, this kind of goes with the theme. I believe this is pretty much the only... I mean, you're so zoomed out in this one. There's sometimes that sort of artifactness to it. Like, or whatever, not artifact, but like the geometry of the world breaks if you get zoomed out too far in some of these dungeons. It's really freaking annoying, actually. Alright, so this is, yeah, one of the only... This might be... There maybe is... I see. He's trying to line of sight that adept. Alright. Okay, so we have... I just was going to see. I like to save it for last minute on the stuns. Alright, cool. So, let's go ahead and rebuff everybody. They just wore out. Perfect timing. Alright, so here's the one of the main 4 you need for the quest. Houndmaster Tone Loke, or whatever his name is. Houndmaster Loxy. I'm going to need 75 mana plus 53. I need basically about 200 mana, which, okay, I have it. Okay, so I was able to stun smite him there. Good. Meanwhile, the tank is just taking all the aggro from the hounds, the Scarlet tracking hounds. This is a dog whistle. Do not care about that dog whistle. It is a whistle that allows you to summon one of these hounds 3 times. They're around a level 30-ish companion. It's just kind of for fun. It's not a trinket or anything like that. It's just kind of a thing. Alright, I did not get it. So you guys won't get to see the summoning of the dogs on this dungeon because I didn't win it last time either. You pretty much are going to win that 100%. I mean, you're pretty much going to have that drop almost 100% of the time. So now we pulled the second. Uh-oh. They just shot off that and pulled another one. It's okay. Whether or not they wanted to do that, I don't know. Feign death on the hunter. Cool. Yeah, that... Oh, it was not the hunter, it was the priest. I thought, because I saw a little dark blast, but it was the... Alright, so there's our first monk that we're seeing now as we get into the second half. Curse of Recklessness. Alright, here we go. So I will try and save my stuns for runners. We think that they're gonna really run. Gotta kind of, I guess, pace out the situation. Yeah, see, they were gonna die. Oh, that's... Oh, here's a... Okay, here's a little side room. I'm gonna take the healers down first and foremost. They will probably start healing now. Nope, not yet. He's starting to run. But that's okay. Got him. That's a large solid chest. They got an 8. I got a 6. I cannot win. Okay, so the monks, the only notable feature that the monks have that's worth thinking about is they will karate kick you, which is the equivalent of a rogue's kick action. So if you are a caster, they will stun you. So that's the only... Now we're into this next phase. So we're fighting a new type of thing. These are diviners. Now the diviner, if you think about it from like a Dungeons and Dragons perspective, that is actually wizarding. Look what they're doing. They're casting magic. So these Scarlet Diviners are actually casters. I don't care about Renew. You can dispel Renew with a... That one wasn't really running, so that's good. I do not need the citrine, not really. Okay, so yeah, this is also pretty chill part of the dungeon. The packs are, even though the areas are a little bit claustrophobic, they're really not bad. And there are these side little rooms. Mythology of the Titans, I do not believe is found, but as you can see, Egwin, there's a book in there. In the Horde, one of their books, or one of the class books, is needed inside here. But I'm trying to look, I don't see the actual, it might be in the other side room. Okay. Might not be right here, though. I think it's in here. Alright. So I'm not going to worry too much about it, because I'm pretty sure it's in this big open room. And if not, whatever, we can get it on the way out or whatever. Okay, so now we have... Oh, these are still the Diviners. Okay, they're also doing Mana Burn, which is a mage spell. So these guys are clearly mages. Let me go ahead and rebuff everybody. Dang it. A little wasting of magic there, but that's okay. Who cares about that? Renew is annoying, but not really that much. It just... If you're like 1v1ing someone, it might be worth taking them out. Alright, so here's Mythology of the Titans, right to the side. Okay, now we're fighting a new type though, Chaplain. So they're using no shield, one-handed mace. I see no magic. I think they started with a, there you go, they have, whatever that's called. 7 intellect, 2 spirit. Nah, I don't care about that. Okay. 4 silver lane. Okay, so we got Mythology of the Titans. Yeah, see, he did the shield on the monk. The bubble. Power word, whatever. Okay, they ran in. I'm gonna go for the chaplains first, just because they can be annoying. And meanwhile, now I will come back here and fight this diviner. Okay. Which is kind of interesting. That's that they're called diviners, but they are mages that primarily use fire magic. The only thing I can think of is like it's like a Dungeons and Dragons thing, where it's like divination magic is just one of the fields. So that guy's obviously spec'd in divination magic, but the majority of their one-handed axe, it's gonna go. Now, there are also all kinds of cool books in here. War of the Spider, but most of these books can be found in more than one place. So I wouldn't really worry about that. Alright, so we're getting close. If you see, it's kind of this upside-down U shape. There's a large solid chest. And we've kind of done it like... I mean, we do have one more kind of room to go through. He ran the correct way, which was to death, and so did she. So, okay, this is 3 points of strength on the boots. No, it's not better than what I have. Let's see what we got here with this roll. I got a 72. Yeah, we got one pass. Okay, I won it. I actually won one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this one. Sweet on it. I'm going to throw away this red wolf meat. That's a waste of a spot. Look at all this. I knew that was about to happen. So. Alright. I should probably not done that on this diviner, but whatever. So I have to look through. I want to use these potions. I'm going to switch to that lower level potion. I don't need this delicious cave mold or this Stormwind 3. Bolt of woolen cloth. I mean, I'll keep it for now, but those are things I'm not going to need. And this cloak is also probably a little bit of doo-doo. Alright, let's get my stuff going again. Getting close to needing to re-up. I'll look around and make sure I didn't miss a loot either, too, since I was sort of kind of distracted and not being a good teammate. But this is a library. There's also another book in this library part for another quest. I don't know, remember if it's a horde quest or a class quest. But there's all kinds of books which you would expect to come out of a library. Fighting a chaplain. I like to fight the casters first. I just feel like they're typically... You can focus them down a little better, and they deserve to die more. How dare they? Because they're either using their arts that should be used for good. They're using them in the service of actually a demon. I don't think many of them know this. I think that's the way the lore works, that most of the people in the Scarlet Crusade don't realize they're actually working for a demon. Okay. Let me go ahead and buff up these dudes. So we're now pulling from the final chamber. This is the only chamber where the pulls can be a bit tricky, but if you have a beefy tank, as we do in this particular run, that can handle a constant spam of 3 Scarlet Monks with the healing to back it up. Or whatever. 3 monks is just an example I'm using. Then you're good. We're actually also doing better because I just looked after this full run. We were at 42 with our horde. I think there's a solid chance we're going to hit 43. And before we're done, because look how close we are. And we are already fighting mobs. Alright, so this guy's easy peasy. The only thing about him is we have to run out of the room when he starts his chanting. Nothing else is special about this boss. When it's all done, he's also... I don't think he even counts as one of the 4 that we need in the Name of the Light. But he does give you the key needed right there in Doan's Strongbox. My thing wore off. Took too long. Yeah. Warden staff has been in my bag for way too long. Level 43. That's cool. A freaking level 43. Alright. So there's not a lot we're going to do here. See, right now, this guy, Arcanist Doan, he just did that. He's immune to the sleep, so I shouldn't have even... Okay, so now he's doing detonation. You've got to get out before the cast is up and get behind a pillar. Because then he does that. So just try and... Then he went for silence, and so now we're silenced. But he's dead. Okay, Robe of Doan is Greed and Illusionary Rod, Greed. So he's full caster gear. And I'm getting the key from back here so that we now have the Scarlet Key. So we can now access, on our own or not, the other 2 wings of the dungeon, which are behind locked doors. So we can now do the Armory and the Cathedral to our little heart's content. And that's it. The Scarlet Monastery is now half done. 2 wings of it in the pipe. 5x5, you freaking know it. And so far it's been quite smooth in that our tank, our healer, everyone has really... It's been pleasant. And as someone has mentioned in the comments when I did this on Horde, this is just a very nice... There's a reason why this dungeon's so popular. It's linear. The mobs are... like clustered in such a way that you can really practice good pulls. If you are the Horde and you like that, there are some nice quests you can associate for a ton of rewards at the end. If you are not, no worries, because the Alliance has a couple quests. One that entices you to do every wing, except for the Graveyard. Nobody cares about the Graveyard, but Graveyard is just basically a free loot factory, XP factory for the lower levels. I think some of the mobs are in the 20s in the Graveyard, so it's actually a really good playground if you enjoy So this is the armory. It's close. Bust it open on. Someone's already opening it, so I'm just gonna let them. If you're inside, you can hit a switch right there. This dungeon is thematically a little bit different than the library, but from a gameplay perspective, it's it's very similar to the library. They said bio or coffee refill. No, I'm good, guys. You guys got me until the end of the episode, and I'm actually all set right now. My coffee is a little bit more than half because remember that I have to recruit this instance. So it starts off with an entry dungeon common to all the wings, and we're going to fight 2 soldiers. So these soldiers, as you can hear from the sound of what they're doing, it sounds like they're almost going into a stance. So they, these are more warrior tanks. So we fought protection paladins, it seemed, in the first one, and now it seems like we are fighting warrior tanks, which is also all good in the hood. You hear a lot, you hear some shield bashes going on, so that means they're going to have some interrupts. I'm going to be ready to put to sleep if he starts to run. Cool. Actually, I should. I don't even know why I did that. Kind of dumb of me. Alright. So, we are in a courtyard mode, just like the other one. This courtyard, however, is bigger. And there are not as many... It's a little bit more fraught with peril. So, what makes it good is that the hunters can be annoying because they are ranged. Ranged melee are probably the most annoying mobs to deal with, because pretty much only thing you can do is LOS them. There we go. Okay, there's a chest. So we'll roll on that. I beat it by 1. Couple more soldiers as we wait. Oh, Feral Moans rolled a 99. That's why they said, there we go. Okay, these soldiers are sitting tight, sitting pretty. They're not running until they're really low. And well, that person rolled a 96. What a waste of a 96. That's I'd feel bummed out. It's like when you play fantasy football and you... I didn't worry about using my other stuff because... like one of my stuns, because I felt like I didn't see anything over there that was too dangerous. Woody woo! And they leveled up. Okay, so they hit it, and they got a recipe for an elixir of fortitude. I'm not an alchemist, so that doesn't really affect me. So this is yeah, the armory is like all about this court. Oh my gosh, gotta zoom in. I like to play zoomed out, but it makes you zoom in a little bit on these internal, external. So if you look, yeah, that's where they practice their archery, I suppose. And here is now a caster, Scarlet Evoker. The Scarlet Crusade shall smite the wicked and drive evil from this land. That's truly what they believe they're doing. Ironically controlled by a demon. I don't think we know that, actually, at this point in time. Okay, that's a lame gauntlet. No. I don't care. That's for, like, paladin healers. Yeah, we're fighting... Just fighting a couple more soldiers. I guess where'd they go? Alright, so we've cleared that, and now, unlike the last one, there's no little mini-boss waiting. Okay, so now we're entering the next phase. of the dungeon. We've cleared the courtyard and the entry, which was all soldiers except for the one caster at the end who is maybe like watching over them. And now we're fighting the Scarlet Guardsmen. What did they just do? They just disarmed me. And they're using a pole arm in 2 hands, so that means we're fighting more warriors. So these warriors are probably arms warriors, considering they have a disarm. Okay. And it brings us down into what is also a very easy little run where you're going up like, it's almost like this beehive styles. So now we're at protectors. And these protectors are, might have been the same kind we fought before. If not, they're obviously protection paladins again. A different kind of genre of, or a different skill level. They're pretty tough. He's going and adding a couple more. I'm going to go ahead and go after the protection paladin. Okay. He's going after the holy light. I couldn't get him. Okay. I do have a stronger stun now. I should have just sat on the Hammer of Justice. I had to hit that one. It had to happen. Oh, and now we're on a pack of 4 guardsmen. There is a evoker over there. We definitely don't want to have that guy. Okay, good. That guardsman either didn't want to run or couldn't run. He's disarmed, which is awesome because that doesn't work on bears. I've made you not be able to use your arms. It's a little dangerous because I just used my judgment. Probably should just let it wear out. Let it expire. Alright, so now I have a sleep. Oh, I need to buff everybody up. I'll wait until this fight's over. Alright, I'll actually do it right now. There's enough going on right now that... Yeah, when you get down to 1 like this... Yeah, I see he tried to line of sight, that guy. Cool. It worked. Okay, so the Evoker now is a new type of caster. I think that's the one we fired out in the courtyard too. They have a fire shield and they have a fireball. So this is more of a straight up fire mage, and an Evoker in the Dungeons and Dragons part of the world is just that. So this is a 4-piece honeycomb. We've already cleared 2 of the 4. The final one would open us up. Okay, so they want the protectors. Why? Because the protectors have the ability to heal all the time, like little busters. Okay, and that's it. We just wait and hope. Cool. We got him. Oh, I won that illusionary rod staff. Okay. Cool, I guess. And then they're fighting a couple more guardsmen. He's running. Cool. They got him. Alright, so we got a couple guardsmen now. Taken out. Beautiful. We've cleared the first honeycomb. I guess not. If you think of it as a 6-pack, there is a second honeycomb coming. I don't even know, like, why is Homeboy... He was healing before the damage was even done. Alright, so I'm just going to keep my eye on him. This guy's fine. So protector out, and now we've pulled 2 more guardsmen, so it's a 3-pack of guardsmen. That's fine. That's just the standard. Because of that disarm, which is their worst attribute, doesn't work on our tank, and they're all aggroed to the tank. They're very, they're not really providing any added layer of complexity. This is a pretty... I'd say a druid tank, I would argue, is therefore the best, at least for armory. Oh, I just leveled up. Heck yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to go to Holy side, and I'm going to go to Divine Strength. So I just gained a 2% increase in Strength, just a passive buff. We're fighting a couple... I've got the Protector in my... Oh, he got him. I shouldn't have done it, but it's alright. Okay. There we go. We got him with multiple stuns. Oh, this guy's back here. Tearing it up. This guy's like roping around between all of us. Okay. Alright. These are... Okay, so now we're fighting a new type. The Myrmidons. They are probably warriors. Probably combat warriors, because they look like they're wearing mail. And not... There's no escape for you. The Crusade is, like, really cool. Destroys all who carry the Scourge's taint. And does that... Do we qualify as that? Are we carrying the Scourge's taint? I mean... Seems harsh, man. He was about to hit with a heavy fire spell, so that's good that he died fast. Alright, so we got the defenders down. Cool. And now, so that's really half of the main part of the armory is done. Now we're entering the second big honeycomb area. Everyone's taking this as an opportunity to buff up. It's a good time. We were about 20 seconds off. Okay. So this is where the cannonballs start coming into play. I think you need to use them on one part. So we have a Myrmidon, a Protector, and a Defender. They want the Myrmidons done. I would argue that the Protector is probably better. Yeah, the one with the heal, man. And we'll go with these guys. The Protector next. This better be the last one. Guess what, little demon? It is not. Not even close to the last one, bro. Okay, and then now the Defender. So I also like this. I like the constant variety. I like how they're tied to the, like, kind of sort of the levels and specs that we might otherwise get. Why would we not go Protector? Well, there are no Protectors on this one. Okay. So that's good. No healers. Just the Myrmidon. Okay. Crush that dude. Now on to a Defender. I mean, this is a pretty neat little pack. This is a pretty good party composition that we have. Another Citrine. Oh, I won the Citrine that time. Great, just taking up bag space. But actually, the bags haven't been that bad. Don't need those bracers. Thank you for recklessness. See, that's how you do it. You don't bee and moan when people don't do what you want. You give positive reinforcement when they remember to do what you've already asked for. So this is a Myrmidon. Obviously, we're going to go against him. So I did mention later in the dungeon I would talk about some of my own personal. But yesterday I was on like next level repairman skills. So at my job we have multiple like industrial coffee machines. very necessary to do the job. And for like a month now, actually I want this one. It's Protector. Because they're the ones that can heal, right? Yeah. There you go. Somebody got him with a bash. And I'm about 4 seconds out from a stun, so if they try to go again... Uh-oh, there comes another evoker. Alright. This goddess crusade shall smite the wicked and drive evil from these lands. So anyway, these you can pick up these red rockets if you want. Red rocket, and shoot them off into space or whatever. Not in space, just up in the air. They're fireworks. Right, so you have a Myrmidon Protector. No, that's a Myrmidon Guard, so we're safe on that. And it's a little low. But anyway, so it took me about an hour, but I fixed this one that was having major issues, replaced some parts, and then like watched like a fuse had also blown, and then you have to like go and find the codes to internally reset, like switch the tripped code lines from ones back to zeros, and typically you would have to have the technician come, but I guess they've just been waiting on the tech to come for like a month now. Oh, I want this guy. So I don't know if they're backlogged, if they're just not coming, if they forgot about us. I don't know what the deal is, but I need to save my mana for a minute because everyone's buffs are about to expire. But I had to watch videos of like people, like Indian tech support guys that are explaining what to do, and the whole thing is like in Indian, and I'm just like watching their hands, and their screens are like half of the time they're in Indian, or not Indian. I'm sure it's probably crappy of me to say it like that. Like I'm sure there are different languages, but I don't know what one it is. I don't speak any languages that are spoken in India. But fix these bad boys. And then I text my wife like, I'm awesome. I'm a tech god. And then my wife's like, that's really great. The dryer just stopped working. So then I came home and her dad's like, I think it's a heating element. So I was like, okay. And I looked up online and they're like, yeah, it probably is a heating element. It could be these... I would do the same. I'd go top off my coffee if needed. But basically, so it'll be like a 5-minute or not even break. So I come home and I look up online and it's like, well, it could be these couple other things. And so I checked those, like the vents and everything, and just went around and then got to, like, third most common thing down the list. Just typical troubleshooting. And, it gets down and it says, okay, heating element. So I'm like, okay. So I basically turn on this old lifestyle guy, like this old guy from, like, Minnesota, and he's like, okay, my wife says the washer dryer's not working, it's not getting hot, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to fix it. So it's like a 20-minute video, and Homeboy did show. Now, it wasn't the exact same dryer I had, but it was the same brand, so it had enough commonalities. I took my entire dryer apart, stripped it down to the bolts, found the heating element in this dryer, and just like, it was like perfect, just like in the video, it was the heating element, that the coil was broken, and so now my dryer is completely in 1,000 pieces, but I did it in a way where I didn't destroy anything in the process, so as long as I can get that heating element, and they're only like 20 bucks. So instead of having to get like a whole new dryer, now all I have to do is get this part. We're ordering it. It should be here in probably, you know, Amazon's pretty fast. It'll be here in a couple days. And I'll put that dryer back together. Assuming. Now that's... Anybody that's done this kind of thing, and I have... tried to fix many things in my life. Putting things back together is where the rubber hits the road. Alright, you need the Scarlet Key to get in this final room too, which is dumb. Because Scarlet... You can't get in here without the Scarlet Key, so it's like, if the guy with the Scarlet Key let you in and then you get this far, you can't actually fight Herod unless you... Okay, have the key still. So you can't, like, have somebody kind of let you in. So he's the Scarlet Champion. He says, I've been waiting for a real challenge. You must... Oh, he's immune to sleep. Okay. And immune to stun. I think he's immune to everything when he's swirling around. I forgot about that part. When you start swirling, you basically just have to back up. I think you can still, like, pepper him with stuff. Light, give me strength. He'll do that a few times. He's obviously an arms warrior. Their champion is an arms warrior. I was gonna say he's about to start doing it again. And, I mean, this cat's getting rocked. Because the part that makes it hard is, see, he's immune to all damage, so I don't know. Ooh, that is quite a helmet. I'm gonna need on that one. Okay, the Raging Berserker's helmet? That's dope. Alright, so I think I might be the only plate wearer in here, too. So these little trainees will come. Elder Gloves of the Whale? No. Alright, I think I got that helmet, and it's probably gonna... It's probably gonna look cool. 13 strength, crit strike by 1. I just lose 2 stamina. That is dope. That is a freaking awesome helmet. That is, and to get in a run where there's no plate wearers, no competition. Oh my gosh. So that's awesome. We're ready to roll. Oh, so he's gonna go. Yeah, no problem. He says he... So he's gonna go hearth back, go do his training real quick, and then we're gonna get out of there. Oh, almost ran right into a wizard or a soldier. Alright, so that was awesome. For nothing else, and we are also 3/4 of the way, so if nothing else happens, we've at least done everything except Cathedral. So all we'll have to do is Cathedral now. So we can go ahead and go right over. We're actually going to have to fight these guys, I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're freaking healing each other. I got myself... I got myself stuck out here fighting them myself. But they're... Okay, they said... so they were taking a 5-minute break, so... We were on a break! No, no, no! Ow! I got stuck fighting these guys. No, why would you go out there? Why he's going to get that guy? What are they doing? I guess it gives us something to do for 5 minutes, right? Okay. Alright, so me and the hunter were able to pull it off. Where are they going? What is it doing? Okay. I guess he could, like... Yeah, they're just chilling. Alright, so me and the... I could do, like, a well-fed buff, but I won't do it right now. That helmet makes all this worthwhile. Raging Berserker's Helm? It's freaking fantastic. 13 strength. What were we rocking before? So before we had a 10 strength, so we went up +3 to strength, 8 stamina compared to 9, so all we did was lose 1 stamina, 213 armor, so we gained 22, 35 armor, and the 1% chance bonus to crit. That's best in slot type level of crap. Yeah, level 40, of course, is going to have some juicy training. So that's it. That was the one thing I felt like bragging about was that was a pretty impressive day. All right, so here, while we're waiting also, I will explain. Please forgive me for the past. It's very rare that we take 2 days off in the world of making the lore of Warcraft. We need Silver Haze back here to summon. I'm going to keep this door open so that she doesn't have to worry about aggroing anybody. Come on, Silver Haze. Come to us. She made it in. Alright. We're also missing... Is the priest in the dungeon? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so... Basically what happened is I kind of saw the writing on the wall as the week went along. So Sunday, last week, we get to the point where this is what we needed to do next as our main episode. Already that's going to be really challenging because, like, even where are we on the record? We are an hour in. That's not too bad. So basically, what the week starts out Monday. I had already missed a week because of the way all the scheduling worked out. Where I kind of ill-timed my Patreon record last week, and then with the hurricane that came, and then my wife's schedule switching around, I ended up missing a week on the Patreon, which is okay because I'm not letting anybody down there. But if you want to support me on Patreon, I'm trying to build up a really good archive of things so that when people decide that they want to do if they want to support me on that, which would be awesome, then they have a whole library of things to get to, and I have some other cool ideas cooking. I'm trying to drum up a partner that would maybe want to do some things with me, and I think I maybe have an idea of someone that might get in on the ground with some of this stuff. So if I get there, some of that stuff I might put on the Patreon. But again, I'm probably 2 episodes out from completing Assassin's Creed 1 on that. So anyway, Monday I'm like, I can't skip that record. And I don't have time on work nights, especially, to do 2 multi-hour records. It's not going to happen. Not unless I'm working from home and I can fit it around the rest of my life. Because I'm taking out commute time and all that stuff. And now I've gained those hours back into my life. So then Tuesday comes and it's like, oh, the storm's going to hit. We don't know how it's going to go. But I'm also tired or whatever. So I make a... Oh, no. This is this week. So the storm's already gone by or whatever. So Tuesday comes and I realize at work at that point that I have 2 13-hour work days coming up on Wednesday, Thursday. So I am understanding, knowing myself, I'm not going to be able to come home and do this run because it's a 1 to 2 hour, it's a 1.5 to 2 hour run to do all 4 wings, plus whatever time it takes to get a group. It took me around a half an hour, I would say, at least, to get this group today. And as you can see, some stuff like this is happening. And then we have the turn in at the end because I want to be done with this one. So you're looking at probably a solid 3-hour investment, 2 hours if you're lucky / lazy. So I knew that wasn't going to happen. Then my plan was, all right, well, I'll put out the short videos on Wednesday, Thursday, and which is what I ended up doing. I'll just come home, and despite those days, I can make a 10 to 15 minute video. So I do that on Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday and then Wednesday. My plan was to do it Thursday, but I got home Thursday, and the wife is there that day, and it was just such an even longer day. It was almost 14 hours, not counting driving and everything, and by the time I got home, I was like, I'm good. And then it's my little brother and sister who are 5 years my junior. I'm going to read this, what they did. It says, this is what the priest just wrote. Techno nun cracks off a long-winded fart. The smell, let me tell you, it's as if a large blue whale choked to death on a freighter loaded with cabbage. The corpse then beached itself on a hot stretch of sand a month ago. Yes, that's the aroma. That's disgusting. That is gross. I mean, but when you're bored and waiting, I guess what else are you going to do? Alright, so I'm basically just saying they're like, why is because Farrell had said they wanted to open some windows, and we were like, then this techno did that fart thing, and then they're like, I was like, I get why he wants to open windows. And then he's like, why? Because I guess he's not near. So there we go, everybody's here. Cool, let's hit into the dungeon. Here we go, the final wing. The old cathedral, obviously the toughest of the dungeons, but not really that crazy. Like, people sometimes act like this one is so much, worse than the others. I guess it technically is, but it's really not that bad. Honestly, TBH, it's really not. Alright, so we start with the Scarlet Defenders, which we've already fought. So these Scarlet Defenders are the Protection Warriors, and I mean, I could eat the Goblin Devil Clam. Why not? Sure, get my spirit up for 15 minutes. Nothing gets my spirits up in real life like eating some deviled clams on the go. You know me. I mean, you don't know if I like clams, I guess. I've talked about some. If they taste like deviled eggs, if they're in that ballpark, if that's what they mean by deviled clams, then you might have me, because I'm down with that. Alright, here we go. Let us begin. So what does it start with? With an entry hallway. This oblong, oval-looking hallway, much like every other one we've fought so far. Okay, and then here we have the Myrmidon. Same things like we just fought in the Armory. So we start off, same level, no added thing. Now we're getting multi-Myrmidons. I don't know that we had any instances of needing to fight multi-Myrmidons last time. So that might be something new. Or an indication that things are about to get. And this is also as easy as it's going to get, fighting these Myrmidons in the beginning. Alright, so here we have the Defender with the Myrmidon. They want the Defender out first. Okay. Sure. Why? I don't know. These are the Protection Warriors, not the Paladins. I mean, they are busting out a lot of blocks, so they're having shield block up, and I guess maybe that's annoying. Look, they've got arrows sticking out of them. I've never noticed when you shoot people with a Hunter that it sticks out of them like that. It shows you how little I like to play Hunter. Alright, so we did that, and what do we have? The courtyard, but this is the mother of all courtyards. A lot of casters here. So now we're fighting Scarlet Wizards. This is a new type. They're straight up wizards. They just cast Fire Shield, so they obviously love fire magic. What else can they do? Well, he's meleeing us. Okay. Okay, we get a second wizard. They are arcane explosioning because the cat is maybe triggering the script that makes them want to cast that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that right there, though, is one of the most dangerous parts. The fact that those wizards arcane explode, that if you have a bunch of melee like that can, and plus with the fire shield, like that is some crap right there. But yeah, these defenders, who gives a crap about them? Just gonna let my current magic expire. We're already down to 1 minute on the buffs. Jeez, sweet. Okay. Alright, fighting a second defender. Now there's another Myrmidon out there. You don't have to clear everything in this hallway. It's really up to you how much you want to clear. Obviously, if you're going for XP or whatever, you can consider it. There's a caster over there kind of pacing back and forth. Oh, another wizard. Good, cat got that one. Cat got your tongue. Yeah, they're owning. Like this dungeon is doing good. He's doing really good as a tank. And the healer is. Okay, so now this is. I hope I don't jinx us. Because this could be where things get bad. This is a main hand single tiger. Oh, they want us to get that guy. Why not switch over? That Myrmidon. There's a little bunny right there. I mean, I don't even think the level is different for these guys. I think we're all good. Just taking out packs here. So this courtyard has 2 tiers. There's a lower tiered courtyard and a higher tiered courtyard. So we've already basically cleared out 1/2 of it, and that's all you really have to do is just clear out 1/2. Up to you which half you want to do. Most runs that I've done have actually hit the right half, or the eastern half. There's some life root growing right there. And here we go with another one. We got the Vengeance going, and yeah, another Myrmidon. We just kind of make our way up. I guess it depends on what you want to fight. Looks like there's a couple casters over there. Okay, what is this now? This is 15 stam. I'm gonna greed on that. I don't care about that. Now, here's a new type. This is the first new enemy we've had so far. These are the Centurions. So this is basically like Herod Light. He doesn't have the invincibility swirl. But he does obviously have DPS. He's an arms warrior. Or possibly a Ret Pally. We'll have to fight some more to look at their moveset. I'm not sure. Yeah, because it could go either way. I didn't see anything to indicate either thing. Gotta add buffs. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go clear the other side now and get the full XP out of this whole thing, which is cool. So, like I said, this side has a little bit more caster action. Which I do not mind fighting slow. Even quote-unquote fighting slow, we've been good. And to be on the 4th wing with only an hour in is pretty good. Okay, so now we have a new... This is a sorcerer. So these guys are casting Frost. The first, again, another new type. My bad, it's a little low. Make yourself useful and help me out here. Scream, demon. Alright, so I'm gonna let my mana regenerate a little bit. Okay, again, Myrmidons. Busted him up. I didn't hit him with the weakness first because of said mana conservation. But pick up the Myrmidon, and yeah, so we've cleared the lower courtyard. Now there is an upper courtyard as well. This is still the quote-unquote easy part of the dungeon. Nothing too special going on quite yet. Also, if you go behind here, you can find... You go behind the waterfall, and you can find a piece of a heart. Just kidding. That's a Zelda. I've been playing a lot of Zelda lately. With my new Switch that I got for my birthday. Instead of playing like games on my phone. I've been hitting up. I've been playing the old retro Nintendo Zeldas on the Switch. I beat Zelda 1, and I've been playing Zelda 2. Even though Zelda 2 sucks butt. I've seen like lists of like ranking all 21 Zelda games or whatever that have ever come out that have Zelda 2 like somewhere in the middle. How on earth could you rate that game it is one of the lamest games I've ever played. I do not like it at all. It's not fun. And I've played like some of the other ones that get ranked less, or like some of these like Four Swords, or like some of the ones that are DS games. I played some of those. They're not as bad as this one. Like, it gets completely away from the entire Zelda formula. Alright, so they said, I feel like I'm in Hogwarts with so many wizards. I don't really get that vibe, but I get what they're saying. Yikes, they're really LOSing that POS. My humor is reaching the next level. Rawr. Okay, I gotta get everybody buffed up. No, I don't. I don't know why I thought I was... Well, now that I started it, I'm gonna keep going, but... I like to give hunters mana. I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I guess they could benefit from either. Alright, so this is, again, defense. Yeah, this is just all same guys we've been fighting, like, from the armory. Well, a lot of the times people will pair the armory and cathedral together. But a lot of times people are cowards, and they pair library and armory together, and they're too afraid to do the cathedral. I don't know, I've never really had... I feel like if you can handle armory, you can handle cathedral. Don't be scared. And yeah, so we're just basically clearing the courtyard. Again, will we clear the whole dang thing? I don't know. So that will add on. Probably shouldn't have gone this route. Because, yeah, by the time my judgment was off of cooldown, this big guy's pretty much dead. Alright, here's a Scarlet Wizard. Here he goes with his arcane explosion. So these are the 4 guards that are guarding the actual chapel door, which you need the key for as well. Got him. There is that whole right side we can go. Now here's the Centurions again. So let's try to keep an eye out for their moves. What do they do? I don't see anything other than hitting. I don't see them doing any healing. I don't see them doing any... But I don't see them doing any cleaving. Yeah, don't really know. At this point, I cannot tell what the heck they are. But there's 4 of them guarding that door, right? So... Oops, I forgot to reactivate. Alright, so... I guess we're pulling. Why are we pulling? I'm not sure. We got the pats. There are some wizard pats. A lot of casters on that side. Same kind of thing like down below. Kind of pick your poison about how you want to go through this dungeon. But I guess we're going to clear it. Okay. I cannot get this dude. Yeah, I'm going to go just off the little Crusader vibes. Thanks. Alright, so here's another defender. There's that wizard down there. Doing the dang thing. What is that one? Yeah, and the wizards are the ones that still cast fire. Yeah, it's these guys that are the sorcerers. They're the ones that are new that cast frost magic. Interesting. Okay. We've just pulled a Myrmidon. And that's what we were fighting. So now a couple Myrmidons. Cool. Alright, pretty clear. Pretty chill. Now, the only thing, what's really hard about this dungeon is not anything that we've been doing. What is actually hard is the first interior room of the cathedral. When you actually go into the cathedral proper, clearing that properly is the only thing that can, especially when you first open the door, that's where you gotta earn your money on this dungeon. A lot of people like to carry. This is a very popular carry one too, because it's mid-level. It can get you through that. Some of that mid-tier. I'm gonna go with the... There you go, Centurion. I'm going the Wizard. I'm going after that Wizard, bro. And I'm gonna stun them. Yeah, we don't really have to worry about them run pulling because we cleared the whole dang courtyard. And we're at the back end anyway. Love it. And until something shows me otherwise, I have no idea, other than that the Centurions are probably very tough, I have no idea what the big deal is with the Centurions. Alright, so here we are, ready to go into the chapel. And let me go ahead and buff everybody up. I guess I could buff myself up too. Why not? Eat another lamb or whatever. Alright, so these are the champions now. These are the real best. This is what the best that they have to offer. And the monks, higher level, but the monks have come back into play here and have made their presence known. Okay, so this was, it looked like, I don't know if it was 2 monks, 1 monk. I think it was... Okay, and we also have abbots. These are a new type of mob. With Renew, who I don't give a crap about Renew. We will. That might make us give a couple more damage to them, but yeah, not necessarily worth the interrupt. And the monks. Okay, so line of sighting. I'd rather go for the abbot. No. Can't tell. Oh, it's a centurion. So I'm gonna go for the wizard. Okay, mana's getting a little low. Cool. That is a main hand. We're finding a lot of main one-handed acts. Okay, we got another champion. So yeah, and this tank is pulling fantastic. They are hitting, managing to pull them at 1 to 2s at a time. We might have to have a pack larger than that at some point. But as of right now, no worries on that. And this is a Centurion to go with the champion. And he's doing smart where he's going right as we're about to finish one pack. He's getting the next pack. This is a chaplain. Bought some of those before. Yeah, they got the Renew. There's... And then, now that's a little tricky when they do the... they hit you with the run. Actually, I want to get this wizard. I feel like the wizard's more annoying. Yeah, they're already ready to roll. With the next pack. Yeah, we got another wizard. It has the fire shield going on. Says drink. Because he wants to do a big pull. Alright, is what I'm assuming that means. I can drink this. I think I have some juice somewhere. There we go, a sweet nectar. I drink a lot, I think, in the last dungeon. Okay. I'm gonna still keep drinking. So this chaplain put a little... bubble on himself, and now he's renewing. So yeah, just fighting a lot of priests. And look at us, we've got 17% of the way to the next level. Alright, and These guys... I'd rather fight the chaplain. Dang it. Whatever, I guess I'm gonna fight this guy since I already came in hot with the spell. Yeah, I stopped him. I was hoping I would... Okay, there we go. We got another abbot. I'm thinking about switching over to Sanctity. The champion right here. What do you say? The Scarlet Crusade shall smite the wicked and drive evil from these lands. We also, I went from 65 down to 52, so just in general wear and tear of combat. Yeah. I still have 5 spots. I do not want that. I'm passing on the long box. Or whatever lock box. I might, just because my inventory is getting too full. Alright, so we're already in really good shape. Now, we're not, like, out of the woods yet. You could still screw up royally. But every little piece we clear makes that less and less likely. Now, we got this already, Pendant to Mirzrael in the last run. So we're good. We can pass on that whenever we need it. We got that on both of our characters. Running, so... all 4 of my accounts that have been running these lately, I have picked up that pendant somewhere in these 2 dungeons. So it's based on, not mob, but the level of the mob that you're fighting. Let me go ahead and buff everybody else up. So, if you run these 2 dungeons full clear the way we have been, it's a great opportunity. I've never had anyone else need that necklace. Nobody cares because you can start the chain without it. So it's only completionists like me. And so what? You find 1 of those, then you'll have a 50-50 chance, I guess, if it came down to it. I wouldn't really sweat it. You gotta go after the monk. They can focus down that crusader. Okay. Yeah, we are, at this point, we have still the 5 slots, we've gained nothing new. And we are just pulling these guys nicely. The good thing about the priests, when you fight them, they love to come in there and get to work as though they were melee. That's one of the coolest things about fighting an NPC priest. They're just like, yeah, treat me like I'm a melee person. Okay, here we go with... champion, monk. Now those 2 got up but didn't come over. So the abbot stood up. Maybe he was already standing. There's also a champion to the side. Let me go clear these side rooms. It's kind of a boring kit what we're doing right now, as everybody knows about a ret pality. Not the most exciting. If I had some consecration to lay down, that'd be cool too. That would just be one more little thing, and then other than that, just kind of alternating the stuns. I hit the vengeance. That increased crit's cool. Alright, so we're going to go to the right side first. It would appear, which is cool. I'm fine with that. That is Scarlet Commander Mograine. If you look at the list, he's one of the 2. He will, in killing him the first time, because you kill him back to back, they will summon High Inquisitor Whitemane, and those are the 2 people we need to kill to complete the dungeon. We already have the book. One of them we will turn into Ironforge. I think the other one is going to be Stormwind. So we will Hearth after this dungeon. And, alright, so let's go to the side maybe, over here. So there's a champion, a chaplain, and a wizard. I'm going to go after the chaplain. Anybody that can heal, I want those bad boys. Okay. Oh. Old Pammy, the warlock. Oh. has... I guess I didn't have to worry very much about them because they only do hots. Right, there's a monk. Cool. Give us a second to catch our breath here on this one. Who are we fighting in here? There's the secret passageway where you'll fight the weird drunk. This is an optional weird side mini boss. High Inquisitor Fairbanks. He's got to be tied to some quest because otherwise, what the freak else is this guy's point? He gave a curse. Let's curse a bond. I don't know. Oh, he's immune to my... That's why I couldn't get him. Not immune to my stun. Those are just tank boots. Dusty mail boots. Don't care about those bad boys. Alright, so now we go to the other side of the dungeon. Where there's a couple more mobs. I don't know what they mean. Oh, fortitude. Alright, so I might as well give everybody else the buffs too. Alright, so there's a little pack of 3 dudes right here, and then there are 2 little rooms we can clear. And then after that, we'll be on to fighting the boss. We have now officially used all of our rested XP, and that's fair, and that's fine, because we're going to park her in Ironforge when we finish. So that she can continue to collect rested XP. Okay, we took down that guy. Now we're fighting the wizard, and we still have a centurion over there. So there you go. He's been pulled now into the fray. I'm not even going to waste magic right now. We're 1v1ing this guy. It's been quite a nice little team. Really smooth. And I'm going to go ahead and come after the wizard now. Also nice when... Who's hitting that? Is that the warlock? I think so. I didn't see those 2 monks. Jeez, guys. I didn't even see that. Scarlet Crusade will drive the wicked, evil people from the land. Okay, I'm gonna go after this wizard. Did somebody level up? Must have. Okay, mana's a little low. I don't want these conjurer's shoes. Okay. How's our bag space? Still have those 5 spots. So there was nothing to worry about. Alright, there's nothing in there. Or in there. We got these 2 areas. Cool. We're good to go now. Alright, so I'm going to reapply the buffs. And then I'm going to go ahead and... Do I have anything I need to drink? I mean, I guess I just drink. Like, I guess I'll just drink that. There's nothing. Alright, so here we go. We're coming after Scarlet Commander Mowgray. He is most likely going to be immune to my... Yeah. do my ministrations of repentance, so there's no point there. Mograine has fallen? You shall pay for this treachery. She's gonna... See, I think she goes out there and... Or maybe we have to take her down once first. I can't remember. She's immune to stun, so there's no point to even waste any stuns or anything on these fools. Pretty sure I was gonna say, yeah, there's a part where you're auto-scripted into a deep sleep spell. 8 seconds, 5. Only cause them enervates. Sure, it's a good combo. Oh great, so she's healed herself. So I need to get that back on there. She healed herself, and I couldn't. I had nothing. There's no stuns. I mean, I don't have any interrupts. I can't. Come on. I'm trying to hit him. Alright, so this is a Stam Intellect Spirit, 21 points. I'm gonna greed that one. I mean, not to say I shouldn't or couldn't take it. He's immune. Yikes. That's why. Alright. Whoa! 233, 20 strength, 10 stamina. Okay. That was great. The Scarlet leggings. So that was really good. We did those freaking legs are great. 233. We're still wearing the chaussées of legs fall. So even with the reinforced armor. I spelled 2 wrong. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hearth out of here to go start working on turning these in. But oh my gosh. 11 strength, 5 stamina. We went to 20 strength, 10 stamina. And we got one piece of the Scarlet set. Not that we're going to actually ever work on that. Because you would get 10 more armor. That's nothing. Who gives a crap about that? Increased defense 1. By 1 point, that's nothing. 5 shadow resistance if you get 4 pieces, okay. 15 attack power on fighting the undead, and then chance to hit if you got all 6. But would it be worth it to devote 6 pieces of gear to that? I don't know. And I mean, chance to hit plus 1% is pretty solid, so. Alright, I'm gonna go to the... Oh yeah, it's gotta be getting Halloween. Look at that stuff. Thanks. That makes up for the abominations killing me. Not. Those freaking pants are fire. Look at me. I look like a Scarlet Crusader, and that helmet is so straight dope.
Welcome to the Bank of Storm.
All right, let's put
We offer financial accounts and safety deposit boxes for valuable items. Do you already have an account?
Citrine in there. I guess I will put this bolt of wool cloth in there too, but I don't really need that. This 1 coarse grinding stone. Deposit that. I will keep the heavy grinding stones that I have. Keep the gold bars for now. Okay. I think that's good. Now I also we have enough for a silk deposit. Do we have enough for wool? No, we got like no wool in that dungeon. I'm not surprised. So the silk here. Nope, we only need Mage Weave. Within Stormwind, we do need silk, but I can save that till the end. I think we need it for the dwarves too. Yeah, so we're going to go to the Iron Forge to turn in the Mythology of the Titans. And we're also, we really need to look at Alterac and pick up any quests for Alterac as we're going there too. So there's nothing here because we just need a donation of Mage Weave, so nothing from the elves cares about anything right now. While we're here in Stormwind, we definitely want to go turn in... Oh, is that other one turned in South Shore? Oh, it is. In the Name of the Light, South Shore. So that's cool, because we need to wind up there anyway. That's perfect. What about quests here? Mazin's Behest. That has... I don't know, but it's not... Feel like that one is Dustwallow Marsh, maybe? So we're saving my silk. Malin's request is Arathi Highlands, so we're not quite there yet. Tabitha's Task is a dungeon. Vital Supplies is Blasted Lands. Meal Served Cold and Morgan Stern. Those are both not part of what we need. Paranoid Tiara, that's one we need. Alright, we can go pick that one up. Search of the Temple, no. South Shore. I think we do need that quest. Let's take a peek at my spreadsheet. We haven't looked at this in a couple days. We're going to go look at Alterac Mountains just to set her up for that. Let's see. Alright, so... South Shore. That is a quest we need also. So we need to pick up Paranoid Tiara and South Shore. Missing Diplomat, not yet. I don't care about the Hallows Eam treats for Jesper. Okay, we do need to sell some things also, but again, not too worried about that right now. And there's nothing I'm worried about smelting either. Alright, we can sell here at Weller's Arsenal, even though we are going to have to sell more after.
What are you best deals in all of Stormwind, my friend?
36 silver in repairs.
Now, what can I help you with?
How much do we make? Well, we made back 7. Boom, we've already cleared it right there between those two things. Okay. That back is not good. Got that. Bam, bam, bam. That helmet that was already good is off those chassis. That's a really good... These one-handed axes I kept winning, they sell for a lot. Alright.
See you around.
What about this? The heavy silk we're saving, but mage weave bandages. We only need 1 more point when we go to Arathi. There we go. So... Now I don't even have to be
Best
tempted.
deals in all of Stormwind, my friend. Won't find any better. Now, what can I help you with?
Buy this one off me. We're gonna... I don't think...
King's on. Have you come seeking training in the ways of armed combat?
And we're back up to 63 gold, too. Alright, so now we're gonna take a tram... No, we're gonna go pick those 2 quests up in South Shore and the Paranoid Tiara. We're gonna pick those 2 bad boys up. I missed the buff, I guess. Hour and 22 minutes ago. But we've been doing this the whole time. That's great. So how long did it take us all told to do the dungeon run as a record? Hour 47. But some of that has been me talking for the past 2 minutes. So just over an hour and a half to do all 4 wings. So people that don't run a full clear... I mean, sure, maybe you're trying to, like, get certain portions done at certain times, but... I like to do it like we just did. I like to run a full clear, all 4 wings. And we're on a break now. I don't think we have another dungeon to run until Uldaman. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, which is that. And we have done most of that Scarlet Crusade. Scarlet Monastery, I mean. We did most of that on camera. So now we're fully caught up. There's no dungeons we haven't done that. On the previous, before we rebooted, we're now past that.
The Paranolde Tiara is an old heirloom of the Paranolde nobles, the ruling family of Alterac before that kingdom fell to ruin. It is said to have been crafted by master jewelers in Iron Forge and fitted with the finest of emeralds. When Alterac was destroyed, the tiara was lost, but there are rumors that an ogre mage, Grelborg the Miser, found the tiara and now wanders the ruins of Alterac searching for more treasures. We would have you acquire the tiara for us.
There are... Alterac Mountains is mostly... There's not very many quests. There are a lot more for Alliance than there are for Horde, but there are mostly elites. So just to... Other than the Syndicate stuff. And that is also something that I've been waiting to do, is to prove that we can trigger the Syndicate questline. We are going to do it. I've utmost faith in cracking the code here, so we're going to definitely do that one. Here's South Shore.
Adventurer, If you don't mind a long journey, then I have a task for you to again help Stormwind fill its library. The old kingdom of Alterac fell after the Great War, and it had a large collection of books. It's a tragedy that the city is ruined, but even more tragic is all of their knowledge lost. We must recover what we can. South Shore is the closest town to the ruins of Alterac. Go there and speak with Lore Master Dibs. He can direct you to the ruins and to what books may be found there.
Now, I'm not going to turn in that quest today because that's going to be saved for when we do our journey into the Alterac Mountains. So we picked up those two quests. I will notch them on the spreadsheet when we're making our travelings. But we're going to go over into the tram now to go to Ironforge so we can turn in the Mythology of the Titans. So let's read that book, actually. That's what we need to do first. So for those of you that didn't catch the episode where I read this one as a one-off, as a little short, here is this book. This is the oldest, this is the in-game lore that covers the most chronologically oldest material. No one knows exactly how the universe began. Some theorize that a catastrophic cosmic explosion sent the infinite worlds spinning out into the vastness of the Great Dark, worlds that would one day bear life forms of wondrous and terrible diversity. Others believe that the universe as it exists was created as a whole by a single all-powerful entity, so a creator myth. Though the exact origins of the chaotic universe remain unclear, it is clear. Babidi booba. What is it clear? What's clear? It is clear that a race of powerful beings arose to bring order to the various worlds and ensure a safe future for beings that would follow in their footsteps. The Titans, colossal metallic-skinned gods from the far reaches of the cosmos, came forward and set to work on the worlds they encountered. They shaped the form of their worlds by raising mighty mountains and dredging out vast seas. They breathed skies and raging atmospheres into being, all part of their unfathomable, far-sighted plan to create order out of chaos. They even empowered primitive races to tend to their works and maintain the integrity of their respective worlds. The Titans, ruled by an elite sect known as the Pantheon, brought order to 100 million worlds scattered throughout the Great Dark Beyond during the first ages of creation. Their benevolent pantheon, seeking to safeguard their structured worlds, was ever vigilant against the threat of attack from the vile, extra-dimensional entities of the Twisting Nether, an ethereal dimension of chaotic magics that connects the myriad worlds of the universe together, was home to an infinite number of malefic, demonic beings who sought only to destroy life and devour the energies of the living universe. Alright, so that's cool. We can't go too far away because we do have some work to do here. Like, we're going to park, and I don't want to get stuck. But that episode, that was actually an entire short episode I did. I read and discussed that one, so I'm not going to get into too much side commentary, but go back and discuss that, or look at that video. It's probably less than 10 minutes long, because you saw how short it was right now. Alright, now in here, do we have anything in Alterac Mountains to do? That's a donation of wool. We're still behind on the gnomes. We are going to go over and turn in the donation of silk right there. And up here we have reclaimed treasures. No. Iron Band and wants you, the Lost Dwarves. Those are actually both for Badlands and Uldaman. Reclaimed treasures. That's also Uldaman. Tapis' Task. That's just one of the many places you can get that particular quest. I think it's Sunken Temple. Not 100% sure. Can't remember off the top of my head. Might be Zul'Farrak or something.
Welcome.
The monastery was a seminary for paladins in training. Once a stronghold of the light, it fell into the hands of the crazy zealots of the Scarlet Crusade. The Crusade believed their goal a noble one, to purify the land of the undead plague, but insanity tainted their plight, and now they stand enemies to all. Bring Mythology of the Titans to me so I can study it and house it here in Ironforge. The corrupt halls of the monastery are no place for such a historical treasure.
You have rescued the sacred text. Your journey was long, and acquiring the book was undoubtedly no easy task. But the dwarves of Ironforge stand to benefit from your success. Thank you, adventurer, on behalf of the Explorers League.
So good XP. Don't give a crap about that necklace. Alright, so now what we need to do is fly to South Shore for 2 reasons. One, it's going to set us up to do the South Shore questline. 2, it's going to be where we turn in the quest and upgrade our weapon finally after all these years.
I hope you didn't come all the way to the Great Forge just to stay warm.
84 silver though, I'll take
Tell me
that.
what it is I can do for you.
And while we're flying, we're gonna set our spreadsheet up for everything that needs to come. We're gonna do Alterac Mountains first with Horde though, because that'll give Homegirl here some time to replenish her rested
The
XP.
Wildhammer dwarves might have fast steeds, but can those airy people
Stand the heat of the forge. Alright, so we're gonna do this setup here. Okay, and we don't want that. And we're gonna go ahead and insert 3 columns to the left, because we're also gonna pick up and do the same thing for Alliance. We have 2 Alterac Mountains. It's gonna be Alterac Mountains for the Horde first, and then Alterac Mountains for the Alliance next. Now, I don't have anything right now that I need for the Horde, but we will go ahead and get started with a pinch. And same thing here. Oops, I should undo that before there we go. Don't know what we're exactly, but we did pick up one. We did pick up a quest right now from the Alterac Mountains list. Baka. This one, South Shore is picked up. And so is the Paranoid Tiara. We actually picked up the Paranoid Tiara. Dang it, I did copy. We picked up the Paranoid Tiara second. But that's fine. We did a pickup for South Shore, and we picked up the Paranoid Tiara. I think that there's a pretty solid chance that we can finish in just 1 episode. So there's a pretty decent chance tomorrow we'll already be done with Alterac Mountains on the Horde. It's very short. If you look at the actual quests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are hard missions, so it could take us 2. I think we already picked up Frostmaw also, by the way, so we can actually put that there. Pretty sure we actually do already have that quest. And I think we have the Crown of Will already picked up as well, because that came from Undercity. Everything else is found out there. So we're all good. And then we just turned in Mythology of the Titans. So, oh my gosh, I did it again. So we're turning that one in, and then we are going to check that off and do this one. The Alterac Mountains, because of the way it's really split with Hillsbred Foothills, that we did a lot of it. It's probably one of the shortest in the game things that we can do. Alright, so we're getting closer. We technically could fly to... You know what? I'll do request stop, and maybe we'll get lucky if it... No, I don't want to request a stop. Can I undo that? No, don't request a stop, because I was like, oh, I can go there. I should have stopped right there to fly over. It's too late. I've messed it up. So now I've added some extra money if it's going to stop me here, because I've got to now pay to go to South Shore. Oh, well. But that's it. Like, we're in great space. Just like that. Sam is my brother. So I don't think I ever finished my excuses for you guys. The reason why it didn't happen Friday, because that was my original plan. I was maybe on Thursday, but I also knew there was a solid chance I was going to be too wiped. So I came home. It was such a long day. And then, lo and behold, my brother and sister that are twins, they're younger than me. They decided they wanted to celebrate on their birthday. So they all got that together. And like I said, my wife said the dryer wasn't working, so I got home, I worked on the dryer, and by the time I had it taken apart and had that heating element out, it was time to go out. So there wasn't an opportunity, and that's how you get one of the rare GleeCon 2 days off. But we went to like one of those hibachi places where there's... Oh, good. So the next stop was South Shore. So I got lucky. I'm glad they did not go by way of Refuge Point. So that's cool. Good for us. Alright, what I am going to do, just in case, because despite as much as I want to prove the theory of my ways and everything, you cannot look a gift horse in the mouth or whatever. You've got to look for these. I'm going to go ahead and take a peek in the off chance that these assassins are lurking. Because if they're here already, we'll have to just leave proving it to another day. I thought there was one when my sword lit up, but no, he was fighting a bear. So using the racial stealth detection will help you. It's typically not there. People don't. I mean, it's so hard to trigger. It's not hard to trigger. It's just rare for people to understand how, and then it gets like for you to actually fall in that window. It's a very gnarly little thing. We'll do some fishing, but I'm going to save that for when we're actually waiting. Let's go turn in the name of the light. They would also be here. They can also appear over there, which we'll check that on the way out. Actually, no. Let's check it right now, real quick. Then we're going to be logging. After we turn this quest in, we'll turn it in, sell, log. So they can kind of appear over here too. If you patrol around, that is one of the other areas. They can appear. Again, that's what makes this hard. There's just not a lot of knowledge how these guys work. Farmer Kent is one of the ones that can... A lot of people are tied into the scripted nature of the event, which has, again, added to confusion overall. I can't wait to see if we can be proved right, and I'm pretty optimistic we can bob for some apples if we want. I mean, it's Halloween. Should I... Gobble, 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 gobble. Should I get an apple? 5 bobbing apples. What do they do for me? They restore a lot of health. Basically 88% of your health. And they give you the well-fed buff. Doesn't say how much you get, but whatever. Look at this little decoration of a skeleton right there. Weird. I don't know that they did this last year.
While disciples of the light never revel in the loss of life, we must accept that on occasion such sacrifices must happen for the greater good of the kingdom and the planet. Through your deeds in the monastery, you have spared many innocent lives, adventurer. I salute your tenacity.
Yeah, we just wrecked the Scarlet Monastery, and we got Bonebiter. Oh my gosh.
See you around.
This is the first time we've had a true upgrade for Axe in some time. Our DPS goes from 72.1 to 89.1. Huge increase to DPS. Also, strength and stam instead of intellect, stam, intellect, and spirit. So just a gigantic... Now, the only thing that's really kind of sketchy is our weapon skills for two-handed axes are 94. We're not even a level 20. We're level 19 is the last time that we've used these axes at level 19. So
looking for something specific?
It's going to take some work for us to get up there, and that's okay. We will put in that work. All right, everybody. We have done it. We have another dungeon in the Pipe 5x5, another episode in the Pipe 5x5, and we are all set up to now hit Alterac Mountains, which is really uncharted territory for this show. We do still have a little pinch of things. It'll be quite a while, a couple months at least, before we really get into things we have never done before. But thank you everybody so much for watching and listening, and hey, see you tomorrow on Lore of Warcraft.